Hi, Lifting Consciousness family. Happy Monday. It's the beginning of another new week. So I hope you're doing well, wherever you are in the world, of course. And I just thought I would jump on and do a collective reading using the Universal Weight Tarot. This is going to be a general reading. And I posted over the weekend some readings and also a divine counterpart reading because my intention was it was a love reading, and it was quite clear from how I felt with the messages that it was to do with divine counterparts and the fact that there are challenges going on at the moment, but that each counterpart in their own right is possibly triggering the other, but it's all to enable growth in order to get into alignment. So it's going through that as well. Another message that came through to me this morning was avoidance. And that's something that I've also had to look at. I'm part of the collective, like every one of you out there. And where might avoidance be coming up for you? Is avoidance coming up in terms of what am I putting off? Am I avoiding confrontation with somebody? Am I avoiding taking the leap of faith into something? Am I avoiding X, Y, Z? Fill in the blanks. And once you know what you're avoiding, ask yourself why you might be avoiding it, but feel into that and truly try and understand why you might be avoiding it. Am I avoiding it because of fear of it not working out? Am I avoiding it because of what people are going to say? Am I avoiding it because I don't feel good enough? So ask yourself those questions first and foremost, and just feel into the situation and recognize that we're all here. We're all destined for great things in this life, and we're all experiencing a lot on this journey. Our souls are constantly evolving, so we're always developing because we're learning as we're going, and as we navigate through this life, we're experiencing a lot and we're having to overcome a lot of challenges. So be patient with yourself, but also recognize that things are coming up at the moment to show us, because we need to ultimately recognize these things within us in order to move forwards. So I hope that makes sense, and that just felt like some kind of channeled message this morning that came through to me with the topic of avoidance. So important for me to share that with you, okay? I'm going to jump into the collective reading, but as I just look down, on the bottom, I've got the devil in reverse. So definitely releasing toxicity, releasing anything that we might be feeling that we are bound to or tethered to, something that's not serving us, but something we might be addicted to in terms of a pattern, okay? So again, avoidance might be coming up in relation to those kinds of things, because when we're holding on to things that we've been a part of for a long time, so could even be most of our lives, that's hard to break. So that goes without saying. It's not without its challenges, but we might be noticing it's more of a challenge because we've evolved so much. So it becomes harder to break because you've almost got your higher self, and then you're reflecting on this version of yourself that's still clinging on, and you know that you need to break free. Your higher self knows this, but that younger self, if I can use that terminology, the underdeveloped self that's kind of still sort of there, holding on to the toxicity, holding on to the patterning and the conditioning, is almost kind of, no, I've got to hold on because it's safe. And your higher self is almost saying, come on, it's fine, it's fine. But the disparity between the two makes it challenging, because you're trying to keep up with yourself, because you're trying to keep up with your higher self, and you know deep within what is right, but it's still challenging. So I just want to kind of share the love on that one, and of course sending you love and blessings, and because we're all going through that. The energetic shifts that have been happening, the recent full moon illuminated quite a lot, and certainly again in relation to connections or experiences and this patterning, but also Saturn now being in retrograde and things of the past coming up, where we're getting this hit of karma and things are coming up, and maybe we're recognizing there was a door open back then I could have taken, but I didn't, and that's okay. So don't be too hard on yourself. It's just acknowledgement of that. It's kind of accepting it. And then it's now saying, right, so I've recognized that I could have actually taken the leap then. Why didn't I? What was I avoiding at the time? Why was I avoiding it? Am I still avoiding it now for the same reasons? And then moving forward from that place, and with a different perspective, almost still connected to that, but a different perspective almost thinking, okay, so I'm a different person now, I've evolved, so I can approach it in this way, and recognizing that a lot of this is fear that has been brought up from the past. Maybe the reason why we've avoided it in the past was from a fear and from something valid that happened to us that created that fear. Remember, fear is an illusion, but there could have been something really valid in your life that caused you to step into that fear. And once you're in that place, anything that's relating to that might trigger that fear. So at the moment, you could have a golden opportunity that's similar to the one that showed up in the past. But your younger, underdeveloped self is sort of holding on to the toxic side because of fear. Because when that door opened before, I couldn't quite do it because somebody told me I couldn't do it, or I couldn't do it because I tried and I wasn't fully into it and then it failed, so it's just going to fail again. And when we tell ourselves those stories, we believe them, and what we need to do is actually separate from that, not by ignoring it, but by accepting it, acknowledging it and releasing it, recognizing that from going through that experience, we've still evolved because we've had to just go on a bit of a detour, but it was all for our highest good. But it's interesting to think of that, because there might be things at the moment that are being shown to you from things of the past and relating to present day situations. And when you can see that correlation between the two, that's what allows you to feel into it a bit deeper. So I just wanted to put that message out there first and foremost, okay? And hope that finds you all well. And really and truly, we're all trying to navigate through at the moment this transformative period. And it's, again, not without its challenges. Just remember that when the caterpillar has to go through that process to get to the stage of being free and liberated like the butterfly, the beautiful butterfly, the caterpillar's got to go through all that gunk, and it's not a pleasant experience. But there is that knowing from the caterpillar of persistence, because the caterpillar knows that at the end, he or she is going to be free, liberated, and can truly show themselves to be that beautiful butterfly that they always have been, okay? Deep within their soul. Okay, so let's just take some cards. This is for the collective, okay? Take it how it resonates. There are a lot of people in the collective, so it's not going to resonate for everybody. But take what resonates and don't try and make anything fit that doesn't, okay? Just important guidance, and always channeling through the pure white light. And that's also important to bear in mind when you're receiving readings from individuals, because what I've noticed is that there are a lot out there that don't put those intentions in, and when you don't put the intentions in, anything can come through, and that can also keep people trapped in fear. So the highest light coming through, pure white light for the collective, okay? These are messages for your highest good. Okay, what do we have, Spirit, for the collective? One straight away. Show yourself that self-love, please. We've got the Ace of Cups in reverse. So you need to show yourself that self-love. That was the first thing I felt when I saw this. Let's not forget, this is the divine here handing you a cup of love. The divine is showing you that you are beautiful inside and out, and you need to show yourself that love. You need to recognize that you're worthy because you are of light. There is purity here. It could be an emotional time for you, but there's a reluctance to maybe recognize that you need to give yourself that self-love. You might be very giving to other people, and that's beautiful because that shows that purity of heart when you can give to others and you give love. But you need to make sure that you're giving to yourself as well, because you've probably heard the saying, you can't give to others if your cup's empty, and that's very true. So don't deplete your energy too much by overgiving. You need to be comfortable in your emotions as well. But this could also be, we'll see what other cards come out, of course. It could also be that somebody's trying to offer you a cup of love and you're just not seeing it, or you're just not wanting to face it. There's a bit of reluctance, again, a bit of fear maybe. but we'll see what other cards come out. Definitely self-love, though, is what was coming through. What else do we have, please, for the collective? Okay, came out on his side. Knight of Pentacles, right. So this could be the knight who's coming in to actually offer not only a cup of love, but also a new stable beginning. I'm here to offer you something. But because this knight was on his side, now of course I'm saying his because it's knight energy, but this is any gender, this is just the energy of the card. This knight was on his or her side. So to me, I felt like there was indecision here. So maybe the person that wants to offer you something is also in a place of fear and stagnancy and indecision. But we'll see what else comes through. Of course, this was a general reading, but it could be love. We'll see what comes through. And now the energy is getting a bit stiff in the cards. Ooh, okay. Oh, right. So I'm going to take this one because that one flew out, the star, right? That's very important. That's Major Arcana energy as well. It's Aquarian energy, could mean something to you. And also we've got the Ten of Swords in reverse. So something needs to end here. We've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, so in order to turn the wheel in your favour, there were a lot of others that came out. I'm not going to take them because they didn't come out in any particular divine fashion. But we've got the star and we've got the Ten of Swords in reverse. So let's keep going. Let's see what else we have. Okay. All right. General reading. And if you can hear a dog every now and then, that is my parents' dog. I'm currently looking after her. Hermit energy. Oh. Okay. Right. This is okay. So I don't see here any other love-related cards. I haven't got the Two of Cups. I've not got the Lovers card. But, of course, Take It Out resonates because of this Knight, which is Earth energy. So it could relate to Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but doesn't have to. But we've got Ace of Cups in reverse, Knight of Pentacles on his side, the Star, Ten of Swords in reverse. We've also got Knight of Wands. We've got another Knight here showing up. Fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag in reverse. The Hermit, Virgo energy, Major Arcana, and Death, Scorpio energy, Major Arcana. So we've got 3 Major Arcanas here. And on the bottom of the deck, the Empress, Major Arcana energy. Okay. Oh, I knew there was a reason why I needed to look underneath the Empress. 7 of Swords. I don't like that card. And I particularly do not like this card in this particular deck because I always think sneaky, deceptive. This is hidden energy. It's on the bottom. This is how I read. Okay. Hidden energy is the Empress. Okay. Not only is that divine feminine vibes of the highest order, you know, the apprentice. That could mean something to somebody, the apprentice. Perhaps somebody's got an apprentice out there. The Empress is divine feminine vibes. She knows her worth, again, regardless of gender, you know, this is the energy of the card, but it's divine feminine energy. So the nurturing side, the grounding side is very much there and powerful, and that's hidden. So it's there, but it's hidden. So you might just need to balance out by feeling in and nurturing yourself, of course, because we had the Ace of Cups in reverse. So showing yourself that love that you give to others. The Empress is also on some kind of throne. I know she's not, you know, a queen of something in this deck, but she has earned her place as a sovereign being from knowing her worth. Okay, it's Taurus energy. But underneath that is deception. So that could be self-deception because, of course, we can carry that within us, and that's also toxic. Remember, I saw the Devil in reverse at the beginning. So when we hold on to that, it creates self-sabotage. So maybe we are self-sabotaging ourselves because we're not showing ourselves the worth that we deserve, but it could also indicate that there's somebody around that's being deceptive and dishonest. So because that's hidden. So just be cautious, okay, about that. And underneath that, we've got the 7 of Pentacles. All right, so patience is needed also in a situation. Perhaps that's saying, because I get a very much time vibe from that. And we know that Saturn's in retrograde and Saturn rules time as well as karma. So maybe somebody who's been deceptive to you in the past, perhaps this time of the retrograde is going to reveal that to you. That could be what's going to reveal itself because it's hidden energy, and that might then restore your worth. Take that how it resonates. That could just be a specific message for somebody. But at the moment, we have a need for self-love. And we have some kind of indecision here about moving forward to a new stable beginning. But there is an opportunity for rebirth here, and of course healing. Now, I know I said there was no 2 of Cups here from a soulmate point of view, but of course there are 2, well, they're not cups, they're jugs, but you know, there's 2 sort of holders of water, if you like. There is very much a healing energy from this card as well. So it's recognizing that, okay, you need to give yourself that self-love. There is a bit of hesitancy, maybe a bit of indecision, but there is an opportunity for rebirth and healing. But something needs to end. You need to put an end to something that's been causing stress, anxiety, something that's not been serving you. It's a cycle that needs to close out in order to bring that rebirth. And we've got another card that's indicating stagnancy, because at the moment, without putting that cycle to an end, you can't move forward to your creative desires, your passionate desires. And if this does relate to people, you know, earth sign, fire sign, it might be kind of saying, well, nothing's going to happen, nothing's going to progress with that other person until you put something else to end. This is more of a general vibe, though, I'm feeling, but take it how it resonates. You've gone within and you know truly what you need to do. Now, what I find amazing with these readings, I find something different in the cards each time, because that's the intuition and spirit guiding me towards certain messages. Now, what I see here, we've got 2 major arcana, the Hermit and the Star. The Hermit is carrying the Star. So from going within and truly having that introspection, you can then light your own path, and you can enable that rebirth to happen. You can enable that healing to happen from going within and reflecting and knowing the next steps to take forward. Okay, so there's a need for that, but also there is a need to put something to end. This is not literal death. Whenever I show this card, people think, oh my goodness, this is all about cycles ending. It's Scorpio energy, going to the depths of things to recognize what needs to end. And we've got 2 cards here that are showing endings. 2 cards that are showing the Star. And we've got major arcana energy that is very much about new beginnings, but needing to go within in order to find that and to remove yourself from deceptive behavior. Now, what I'm also noticing here, just from looking at the cards, is that the Hermit is facing in the opposite direction to the person on this horse on the death card here. So there may be some avoidance at the moment to actually put something to an end, because it's almost like, well, the Hermit's got his back to this other knight on the horse. So it's kind of like, I know what needs to end, but I'm just going to turn my back and hope it just sorts itself out. And it's like, no, this comes in to tell you, you need to put it to an end, because it's in reverse. And it's all for your highest good. And that then releases the stagnancy around these 2 knights, which of course, they're not only people because they're knights, but they are movement cards. So it releases the stagnancy, and it means you can then move forward and truly step into Empress energy, especially if you're divine feminine out there. But recognize we do have the feminine and masculine qualities within, regardless of gender. So let's just take a card from the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck. Powerful message. Oh, Okay, they wanted to come out, didn't they? They flew out. Peace and wisdom. Yeah. So in order to bring about that peace, you need to use your wisdom. You need to go within and truly see what is that star for you that's going to enable that that rebirth, because that healing energy can come in for you then, and it is like a fresh start, a new beginning. Okay, but releasing yourself from anything toxic. And I'm also drawn to this here, which just reminds me of a cycle. So okay, you might be in a cycle at the moment, and that cycle might be the one that needs to end in order to start a new cycle that is beautiful, that is more peaceful for you. But you need to use the wisdom. Now also we see here, this person is facing at the forefront, truly embodying themselves. I'm here, I'm showing myself. Wisdom, okay, the back is turned again. So you need to not resist going within, because you know, your soul knows inherently within what you need to do. Wisdom of the Oracle. So let's use a wisdom of the Oracle to get that wisdom for you. She's also on a boat, standing on some books. So there is kind of studying oneself, but also she is looking at the cosmos. So taking that bigger picture view to gain that peace, to get that bigger picture view. All right. And it's like, right, I've got the wisdom. I know what's going to light my way. I've ended what needs to be ended. And now I'm at peace. I can truly be me. Okay, wisdom of the Oracle for the collective. This one's a very interesting one. It has come out previously. I feel there's another one though. Let's see. Oh, yeah. And on the bottom, flexible. So you might need to recognize that you need to be a bit flexible in what you're doing. And that's to say, not trying to make a specific thing fit into your life, or a specific thought or belief. It's almost like being open and surrendering to the universe. So when you've gone within and you've got that wisdom and you know you want to move forward, it's then being flexible in terms of how that's going to play out, allowing the universe to deliver that to you and to show you signs along the way. That's what I'm getting from that. Also the bigger perspective vibe as well, because of the fact it's, you know, this person is looking at things from a completely different perspective, and moving out of any feelings of being stuck, like the Hanged Man would be, because I'm also thinking of the Hanged Man when I look at that as well. But we've got All That Glitters. This is the one that's come out previously for collective readings. So this is what this is telling me is all that glitters isn't gold. And I will refer back to the deceptive energy underneath. So you might be finding out that actually all that glitters, or all that I thought glittered, isn't gold to me anymore, because it's not been serving me, and that's what needs to end. But also recognizing what does glitter for you. So you need to have that sort of that caution to illusion. So not everything that is presenting itself to you as shiny and sparkly is going to be true. And that's the caveat with it. All that glitters is not gold. But at the same time, recognizing what glitters for you, because what glitters for you is not going to glitter for everybody. What you find is gold is not going to be gold for everybody. And that's important when you're stepping forward on your path and you're recognizing what is the star for you. What is the star for you? What is that? Imagine there's a star here. That light that's coming off, that's from the star. So what's that star for you? What glitters for you? What lights you up? What are you passionate about? Not what other people think you should be doing. What lights it up for you? And recognize that this is a fated moment, that it's destined to be this way, because we are being encouraged by spirit to close things out that are not serving us. See all these beautiful stars? What was I saying about all the stars? All the stars are there. The stars are all around you. The stars are there. You know, you're powerful. There's transformation here as well. I was talking about transformation. You need to believe in yourself, and you need to give yourself that cup of love, because you are sparkling like the gold and it's fated for you. It's all part of your evolution to close things out that are not serving you, to truly find that star within that's going to light your path, but not only light your path, it's going to emanate from your very being. And then by doing that, you're actually going to inspire and empower other people to do the same. So a fated moment there, fated moment there. Wow. Okay, that's, yeah, that's powerful. And I think I'll leave it there for the general reading. I'm just going to take one quick tarot card from the Spirit Song Tarot. This is a beautiful deck, by the way, full of amazing imagery, absolutely amazing. Let's just see, what do we have for the collective when it comes to love? Because this is more of a general. It could apply to a love situation that needs to be closed out, but you need to take it how it resonates. It feels to me that it is more general. Okay, well that landed on my lap, and that's the Ten of Feathers, that's the Ten of Swords, closing out a cycle. Yeah, okay. So exactly what I was just saying, but I haven't taken the one for love yet. That one just literally flew out along with 3 others. Okay, find this one a bit more tricky to shuffle. Let's see, what do we have, please, Spirit, for the collective for love? From the pure white light, please. Right. Okay, I've got 4 that have come out here. Okay, we've got 2 of Feathers in reverse, 2 of Swords in reverse. Okay, you need to make a choice. You need to take that blindfold off. There's fear around making a choice. There's resistance about making a choice here when it comes to love. We have 20, Awakening in reverse. This is Judgment. So you might be coming to some sort of realization. All right. And this is actually, I think it's a peacock here. So remember that, that your ego can help you. You don't want to be too much in your ego, but your ego knows your self-worth. So that's where it kind of links in with that, because of knowing your self-worth. So if you're wanting to find out about love as well, there's some kind of judgment call here in relation to a connection, some kind of awakening to it. But there's almost a fear of that enlightenment. And perhaps that fear is kind of there because the 2 of Feathers, 2 of Swords in reverse would be a fear of making a choice, or a fear of taking that blindfold off. We know in traditional tarot, there's somebody with a blindfold on and 2 swords. So it's almost saying, like, are you resisting this awakening to what this connection means to you? And you don't want to take the blindfold off and see it for what it truly is. Ace of Crystals, Ace of Pentacles, and we have a panda there. That felt quite significant. So whether you're seeing pandas around, but I'm also getting that vibes of the duality and the polarity of the white and dark, divine feminine, divine masculine. But Ace of Pentacles, new stable beginning, and that's achievable because it's in the upright. So that is achievable. It says here manifestation and prosperity, because of course on this with this deck there are messages on the cards as well. And we've got 6 of Shells, which is 6 of Cups in reverse. So that is, it could be that you're holding on to something of the past, because 6 of Cups can be quite nostalgic. It can indicate a past life soulmate as well. So maybe you're having an awakening to something about a past life soulmate, somebody you have had love with in the past life, and you're not wanting to take your blindfold off and see it for what it is. But the only one that's in the upright is the Ace of Crystals, Ace of Pentacles. So that connection is going to bring you a new stable beginning with prosperity and power of manifestation. So why would you keep your blindfold on when that is going to give you that prosperity? Because of fear. Release the fear. That's what you need to do. Not cling on to pain of the past, and remove the metaphorical blindfold and see the connection for what it truly is, the power of manifestation, the stable beginning that could come from this. But if it's a past life connection, you might need to release some pain from the past life, because perhaps in a past life that person hurt you, you hurt them, or something happened and it caused pain. You could be holding on to that within. So release that, set the intentions to release it if this resonates for you, because the panda is there in the upright. All the other ones that relate to kind of fear of realization are in the reverse. But there is a new stable beginning that could come in for you. So I hope that finds you well, everybody. I just wanted to kind of hop on and do a quick reading, but it's ended up being half an hour. So thank you for sticking with me and bearing with me through it all. If you've listened to the whole reading, I hope you have, because I feel like there are some messages out there that people need to hear. And of course, if it resonates for you, I'm sending it with unconditional love and blessings for you on your journey. It's all with the intention to help uplift, inspire, and empower you for your life. Remember, you always have free will to make choices. So you always have that free will, and you have the responsibility to make those choices for your own life. But recognize if the energy, if the intuitive signs are telling you certain things and there is avoidance, because I'll link it back to what I was saying in the beginning. If there is avoidance, you need to question what you're avoiding and why. Okay, and if it's to do with love, like with these last cards, if it's to do with love and you're avoiding accepting something to do with a connection because of fear of getting hurt or fear of how powerful the connection might be, you need to go within and release. But from a general point of view, some cycle needs to end, some deceptive cycle, because that was in the hidden energy. And that could just be self-sabotage. That could just be you telling yourself these fears. It's not going to work out for me. This is not going to work out for me because it's not, you know, things like that is also deceptive and self-sabotage behavior that can be attributed to the Seven of Swords. But if there is also anybody around you, and it doesn't have to be romantic, anybody that has been deceptive in the past that's led to fears as well. How can I trust this? How can I trust that? Because of Seven of Swords energy, that also needs to be released. Something needs to end. And remember all of those stars that we saw. I'm just going to show you once again. Look at that. Remember that you are the star. You are the star of your own journey, of your own life here on earth in this lifetime. And recognize that you've got the power to manifest your reality. It starts from going within and truly feeling and trusting. Okay. And they're both facing the same way. And look at how much this person is in their element, recognizing they've got through the cocoon, they've got through, you know, into that beautiful butterfly of transformation, and the star energy is emanating from them because they've gone within and they found the star, and they know what needs to end, and they know they need to give themselves that self-love, and they've shown themselves that. And they're moving out of stagnancy and moving forward towards peace by using that wisdom to find what truly glitters for them. So I hope that finds you well. I'm sending you love and blessings. And if you'd like to have a personal reading, of course, send me a message, and we can arrange that. No problem at all. So yes, I look forward to the next time when I can catch up with you again. Take care and God bless.